Live now on your screen, you can see pictures from Los Angeles. It's getting increasingly unruly and chaotic. There's been some blocking of city streets, and this is all still midday in Los Angeles. Let's talk now to ICE acting as Executive Associate Director of Enforcement and Removal Operations. It's Marcos Charles who's here with us on the Will Cain Show. Marcos, thank you for being with us here today. Can we start with where we left off? Let's talk about the crime of illegal immigration and what ICE is trying to do in enforcing our immigration laws. How do you respond to those that say this is, in fact, your fault, all this lawlessness?
Well, first off, thanks, Will, for having me on the show. Secondly, that's a complete false narrative. We are out enforcing federal immigration laws. It is against the law to come into the United States illegally at USC 1325. There is no excuse for these individuals to be out here, the illegal aliens out on the street, the people that are preventing us from going out and making these arrests. I ask them, are these the people you want to protect? The criminals, the people that are breaking our laws, the rapists, the murderers, the people that are killing, the drunk drivers that are killing American citizens out on the streets of our country. Are these the people you want to protect?
I think we have the answer to that, Director. I think we have the answer to that not just from the people that are on the street, but the people that run Los Angeles and Mayor Karen Bass and the governor of California, Gavin Newsom. Now, Tom Homan has said that perhaps if you step in the way, Gavin Newsom should be arrested. Watch.
Gavin Newsom he's daring Tom Homan to come and arrest him. Did he do it? I would do it if I were Tom. I think it's great. Gavin likes the publicity, but I think it would be a great thing. He's done a terrible job. Look, I like Gavin Newsom. He's a nice guy, but he's grossly incompetent.
Now, Director, what would you say to Mayor Karen Bass or Gavin Newsom?
I would tell them, look, it's the sanctuary policies that the state and the city have that are causing us to go into the neighborhoods and look for these individuals, these illegal aliens, these criminal illegal aliens, to go out there in neighborhoods and make arrests. If they cooperated with the federal government and honored our detainers and would turn over these criminals to ICE, we could then transfer custody in a safe manner in a custodial fashion. But instead, we're being forced to go out into the street and make these arrests and disturbing the community in that way. But we are 100% enforcing the laws of the United States while we're doing it.
Newsom, by the way, responded to President Trump. He said the President of the United States just called for the arrest of a sitting governor. This is a day I would hope I would never see in America. I don't care if you're a Democrat or Republican. This is a line we cannot cross as a nation. This is an unmistakable step toward authoritarianism. Director, it seems to be, as you mentioned at the top, as a false narrative, their narrative, that it is actually ICE and President Trump that are the risk to lawlessness in this country, that by enforcing the law, you have become the agents of lawlessness.
I completely disagree with that. We are, I'll reiterate, we are enforcing the laws of the United States. It's the individuals out there in the streets that are creating the violence. We are not initiating any type of violence towards the community. It's the agitators, the organized agitators that are out there that are looking for an excuse to cause violence, burn vehicles on the street, attack law enforcement officers, whether it be federal, local, or state. They're the ones that are to blame for this. This is not an ICE problem. This is not a federal law issue. It is solely on these individuals that are aggressively attacking our officers.
Well, we wish the best of luck to your officers, by the way, not just in executing the law, enforcing the law, but in their safety in doing so as it gets increasingly dangerous out there in California and, for that matter, across the United States. Acting ICE Director Marcos Charles, thank you for being with us today.
Thank you, sir.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.